travelers.
Hello.
It's Neil here.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is
To
Travel and Tour
TV.
My goodness, is it good to be back.
Oh my God.
Boy, do we have some stories for you. So
Yes.
I'm going to get started with our customary meetings and greetings right
Yes.
away. And then we're going to get right into it. So first one in the house, Anthony Simone. Welcome in, my friends.
Hi,
Always
Anthony.
great to have you here. Anthony Simone, moderator in our live stream. So we got a nice little clip for him. There we go. That's Anthony Simone from the state of Florida. Welcome in, welcome in. Daniel Fields.
Hi, Daniel.
Awesome to have you with us, my friend. Say hi to Nancy from us if she is out there somewhere. Jamie Amtrak Travel. Well, hello there. Hello, guys. I'm in Cancun, Mexico. Love it here. I bet you do. And so do we, likely even more than ever at this point. Jamie has also had a shot for everyone in this chat.
Good
oh,
to
boy.
know.
And I sure hope that you make sure you stay hydrated at the same time, because that can go quick. Ronnie and Alma from Life is Good Today, throwing in the good old woo! Yeah, we will be talking about Ronnie and Alma's and Rafael from Visa's Travel here very, very soon. Because, some things may not exactly have gone as planned during our group trip to the Dominican Republic. The 6 Traveling Shores in the house. Hey, guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see here. I see some meetings and some greetings among our fellow travelers. And then, let me see.
I saw Rich and Pam.
Yes, right here. There they are. Hey, Pam and Riz, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us today. Anne Handley, hello Neil and Kimberly,
Hi,
welcome back. You were missed. Well, and we certainly missed doing those live streams, and thank you so much. I see that less than 3 minutes in, but we've already cracked 20 people in a live stream, which is great. So if you haven't done so yet, guys, please be sure to hit those thumbs up
and
for us.
And you know what? If you could share it out too, that'd be nice.
That'd be great. We very much would appreciate that. Let's see, what else?
Robert.
Jamie is saying here, hi everyone, my trip is going very well. I got so tan this trip. Did you? Good deal.
Great.
Awesome. Well, I got tan too. That is one thing I brought back from the Dominican Republic. I brought a second thing back apparently from the Dominican Republic. That was free. Again, we'll get into it very shortly. Robert Norris, just like Life is Good Today, Ronnie and Elma, one of the fellow travelers who traveled with us to the Dominican Republic. Hello, Neil Kimberly, how are you feeling? And Ronnie and Elma, how are you feeling? Well, I'm doing not too bad, all considering, as you may be able to tell. Oh, what the heck. You know what? Might as well get the first part over with. Yes, guys, I have been tested positive. I have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. COVID-19 virus. What is it? COVID-19, coronavirus, however you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
I tested positive back in the Dominican Republic. I got home.
No, you didn't test positive in the Dominican Republic.
Negative in the Dominican Republic. Can't even think straight. Negative in the Dominican Republic, positive the second time I tested, but then at home. So, but so far, symptoms have been very mild. My body's defenses are walling the virus pretty good up to this time. So if I can just write it out like this, I should be just fine. I may sound a little bit stuffy, but that's about as bad as it gets. And I'm kind of like trying to further up my defenses. So no worries there.
And I'm okay.
Kimberly, yes, Kimberly is okay for sure.
I'm feeling fine. I decided not to test because, to be honest, I mean, if I did have it so mild, and I'm quarantining with him anyway. So.
Right. Lindy Lou in the house. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lindy Lou. There are the Spikers. Hey, guys, welcome back. Well, thank you so much, Doug and Cindy from Spikers Crazy Adventures. That means our first moderator ever has arrived. So that means that we have a clip to play.
Yeah.
That's Doug and Cindy Spiker from Spiker's Crazy Adventures from the state of Florida. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Troy Stencil is here.
Hi, Troy.
Hello, T3 and everyone else. What's going on, Troy? Awesome of you to join us today as well once again. Troy, meanwhile, regular here in our live stream. Then, oh boy, look who is here.
Hi,
I was wondering if he was going to show up. Gary Krabs, welcome in, my friend. Say hi to Eva from us if she is out there somewhere.
Give her a big hug.
Gary and Eva traveled with us for the first time.
And they're wonderful people. We enjoyed their company so much.
We sure are looking forward to traveling with them again. Absolutely. Travel Adventures with Eric B says, it's to Travel and Tour TV.
Yes, here we are.
We are back, Eric. We are back. And we are ever so glad to be here. So thank you so much for stopping in. Gary saying, I'm missing the women in the thon.
Well, talk to Eva.
I bet you are, Gary. I bet you are. Dan Zultz in the house. Hi, Neil and Kim. Welcome home. Thank you so much, Dan. Always great to have you here with us in the International Travelers Hangout. I see the Duchess of Drinks has arrived. Megan Morris. Yet another fellow traveler who joined us in the Dominican Republic. Let's see here. That means that we get to play another clip here. There we go. From the state of Kentucky, that is Megan Morris tuning in. Thank you so much for coming, Megan. Graham Patterson. Yes, I got it right this time. Here I am with a little bit of COVID, and I got it right now. Anyways, welcome in all the way from Scotland tuning in. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. The Bar Jam family. I do not
we should have come to Barbados.
Recall seeing you in here before, but big and warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for coming. For you and for everyone else who's new here, please be advised you've entered a very interactive live stream, guys. So that means that we go over a lot of comments here. We prefer to have a conversation in here rather than just rattling off story after story. So I take it you are from Barbados then. That's awesome. We have never been to Barbados, but we would love to visit sometime. So maybe you could give us a few main reasons why we should come to Barbados, because we don't know a whole lot about it. Anthony cheering everyone on to smash the like button and share us out. That's very much appreciated, Anthony. Thank you so much indeed. If you haven't done so yet, please hit those thumbs up for us. That would help us out, helps our channel out. And hey, the more fellow travelers in here, the merrier. Jonathan Short from the Six Traveling Shores in the house. Welcome in, Jonathan. That said, I do believe we got both Shauna and Jonathan in here, which is awesome. That's great. Thank you so much. Let's see here. More meetings and greetings then. Anthony doing a little prayer for me. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you, Anthony. Thank you for that. Jonathan also encouraging everyone to hit those thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jamie is happy that we made it. Glad that we made it home safe. So are we. So are we. Trust me. Let's see what else is going on. More meetings and greetings. Megan says, I'm good and virus-free. Oh, okay. Good. Some conversation there going on. That is awesome. Well, look at that. That's the first super chat very early on in the game already.
Oh,
thank you so much, Anthony. Glad you guys are back home safe in the USA. Yes. That's so true. Are we. Getting home was rarely ever this great, Anthony. Yeah. Trust me. Like I said, we're definitely going to tell you all about it here. But first, we're going to play your favorite clip. We have that good old cruise ship still there for you. So here we go. Thank you so much once again, Anthony, for that awesome super chat, my friend. Much, much appreciated. Greg Carter is in the house. Hey, Greg. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bill and Nancy are here, back home and safe in a good old USA. Well, that we are. Yeah. That we are. That's Bill and Nancy from the Thin Blue Lane RV live tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Awesome to have you on board. Gary says that Barbados is a great place to visit. So I take it Gary has been there. Well, again, do tell us why. Why is the great place to visit? Like I said, we don't know too much about it. Thin Blue Lane RV Live commenting 23 watching and 13 likes. Surely we can do a little bit better with that. Come on, guys. Please hit those thumbs up for us. We would very much appreciate that. And says, glad you didn't have to quarantine in the DR. Yes.
We didn't.
We didn't.
But unfortunately, some of our fellow travelers did. Behind
us, those two, well, half of one and the full, the whole couple of the other did end up quarantining, unfortunately. Let's see here. Robert is wondering if we can get Ravi to join in on the live stream. I'm not sure yet, Robert. I haven't seen Rafael in here quite yet.
And he's free today.
Yes, Rafael has been declared to be COVID-free, so he's probably dancing around the resort now. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe he pops in later on. Let's see. Megan says, talking to Robert here. Okay, good deal. And then we are all caught up again. All right, good.
Nick, hi, Nick.
I said, Nick is in the house. There we go. Well, hold on a minute. There, I saw... Here's the answer that Gary is giving to the question we asked about Barbados. Well, what's great about Barbados? Gary says, great beaches, great zip lining, decent shopping, and a lot of different terrain. Ooh, okay. Well, you certainly get me going for a lot of different terrain and the great beaches. I'd be all about that. So that sounds good. Nick D in the house. When is the group going to take a round of Mama Juana shots?
Oh my God, no, we're not. Just not.
I think we're just fine, Nick. But anyways, we do appreciate you stopping by. Let's play your welcome clip. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Nick D. Very much appreciate you being here once again. Moderator from Kentucky and fellow traveler who, like many of you in here today, shared in the trip to the Dominican Republic.
I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Kimberly says that she's going to be right back. You're going to be right back?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure what Kimberly is up to, but we'll find out. Let's see here. Gary is telling Kimberly to go. Oh, that is what you're doing. You're looking at the PayPal. Is that what you're doing?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Then what?
I'm just running around the house.
You're running around the house?
Yes.
Anyway, she is doing that as we speak, Gary. So we'll be going over that here shortly. Let's see, what else? Okay, more meetings and greetings. Very good. Lindy Lou saying hi to everyone. Yes, guys, that's right.
Lou.
Now, if you see anyone coming into the chat, be it someone you know, be it someone you don't know, please make sure to acknowledge that person. Odds are you will notice it before we do, given the huge amount of comments we try to go over. But we always want to make sure that everyone feels welcome here and acknowledged. So please take on the role of host or hostess.
Thank you, Gary.
Holy moly, Gary.
Thank you.
What the heck? Did you have a hole in your wallet or something? We just got a very generous donation from Gary Krebs. So I'm going to treat it as if it were a super chat.
Because it is.
Because it is quite a super chat.
Yeah, we get all of it then, too. But, so that's great.
That is very, very much appreciated, Gary. Thank you so much. We're going to play a clip here for you. I think you might get a kick out of the cannon here. So here it goes. That is for Gary, who very generously just donated on our PayPal account. Thank you once again, Gary. That means a lot to us. Really does, my friend. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here? Megan goes, Gary is the man. That he sure is, Megan. That he sure is. Let's see. What else? Lindy Lou also noting Gary's generosity. Yes, absolutely. I thought you'd get a kick out of that cannon. I figured you would like that. Yes. All right. So about today, we are going to, of course, be talking about that group trip to the Dominican Republic that didn't exactly go as planned. That is today's central theme. We don't have a new fellow traveler of the week yet.
Because everybody who was with us.
Spotlight. If you were with us, no doubt you understand. If you were not with us, we hope you understand after you hear everything.
And I'll be honest, we're going to try to stay as positive as we can.
Yes, because,
that's our nature.
Exactly. So we're going to try to highlight the good.
Yes.
And not stretch the bad so much, and
Yes.
just objectively tell you what all we experienced.
Yes.
And then you can make up your mind whether or not we had a good or a bad time.
And everybody ignore Gary yelling bullshit.
So actually, I'm going to start with, let me see here. Yeah. Let's start on a positive note, because this is very true what Gary is saying here. Let's make it very clear the people that were there made it fantastic.
Yes.
And yes, we could not agree more than that, Gary. Absolutely true.
Definitely.
That was number one best aspect of the trip, number two best aspect of the trip, and number three best aspect of the trip.
Then number four would be going home.
Yeah, more than likely. So anyways, I've been doing most of the talking so far, so I'm just going to let Kimberly start at the beginning.
Oh, well, it was an interesting trip. And I will say again, the fellow travelers made all the difference in the world. There were some hiccups that I was able to iron out being on the ground. So I'm glad that I could do that. And then there were some more hiccups, and there was
okay. Let's just start at the beginning. We get to Punta Cana.
I'm trying to be positive.
We get to Punta Cana. Just tell us what we experienced.
The airport was nice. It's open air, the airport.
Yeah, it's very unique airport.
Very
we
unique.
Actually posted a little short video about it. Yeah.
And we were fortunate that we arrived at a good time. So we kind of went as fast as you could walk all the way through everything. Others in our group did not fare quite as well as that. And like I said, then there were some hiccups and some other issues, and I'm trying to remain positive. And we came home.
Oh, come on. Surely you can give a few more details than that, Kimberly. Come on. Okay, for instance, we get to the airport there, and what happened with the QR code?
Okay.
That they said that we needed.
Okay. The whole QR code thing was so jacked up. Okay. It was just horrible. I had the QR code, but somehow I got the one for leaving. I don't know how I got the one for leaving, but I got the one for leaving, but not the one for arriving when I filled out all the paperwork. So, okay, we're first in line. Then we have to fill out another paper, but it wasn't the paper they were looking for. So then we filled out that paper. And then when we went through, they scanned my QR code anyhow, saying that I was leaving and seemed happy with it. Okay. All right. And moving on.
Yeah.
And we're walking. And we got on the bus, which was good. Our transport was really great. Okay, our Amstar representative, Anthony, is the best person in the world. And I love him.
That man went above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
Yeah.
I am sending a letter to Amstar saying what a rock star this gentleman is. And whatever he's making, they should at least quadruple it.
You're going to find out later in the story as to why this gentleman
he was just
is getting so much praise from us.
Such a help.
Yeah.
Because there were, like I said, there were some hiccups. And generally when I went to the front desk and tried to get these hiccups resolved, I got this look.
Yeah.
And no response, and that was it. And when Anthony would go and get the person that was needed and bring them to me and help me resolve some of these issues. Like I said, I've seen very wonderful, wonderful reviews on the particular resort that we were at. And it seems like a lot of people have a fantastic time. I don't know if it was a lot had to do with
Okay. Apparently you're having trouble putting everything in chronological order here.
I'm trying to be positive.
Yeah, I get that. But so we get there, and then we were assigned our room, right?
Okay, and the next positive thing that happens is we see the lights of Pittsburgh.
All right. I'm having a hard time getting Kimberly to put her thoughts together.
If you were there, you know this is true.
So while Kimberly is regrouping, I'm just going to go over a few more comments here. I see CA Cruiser is in the house. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. And you're getting a very nice compliment from the Duchess here. Totally agree, Gary. The people and Kim's wonderful TA skills were the best.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
All right. More meetings and greetings then. Ronnie and Elmar on their phone and cannot tag anyone. All right. Not a problem. We appreciate you being here regardless. Let's see. More meetings and greetings. Gary saying, yes, airport was interesting. What a nice way to say it took some of us 2 hours to get through immigration.
I said others did not fare as well, Gary.
That is what he's pointing at. That is why he said, what a nice way to say that. Yeah, exactly. Daniel said that that airport was hot, sweaty, and slow. Now, hey, these are the experiences of other fellow travelers.
Yes, you should make note of that.
Oh boy. The Duchess says, so glad Nick and I didn't fail the random test.
Yes, they got the random tested.
At the airport. That would have been a big no bueno.
Bueno.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Everybody's arrival was so different from each other's. Megan and Nick got tested. They were part of the random testing. None of the other of us got that. Some people were told that they actually had to fill out the forms, that the QR code meant nothing.
That was in our case.
Well, no, they wanted the QR code from me. And because I had the one that was leaving, I had to fill out papers. They were microscopic. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
With my glasses, I could not see this. when you look at it and you're going, is this part English?
Is this part English?
I couldn't even tell. I had no idea.
Oh, boy. Gary says that, yes, Anthony was great. Delta guide I was supposed to use was nowhere to be seen. Oh, yeah. That didn't help then either. Gary goes, all right, Neil, take over. Yeah. At the rate this is going, Gary, I may have to interfere at some point, but I'm not done trying yet. Lindy Lou is telling you to focus. You're telling Kimberly to focus. Are you serious, Lindy Lou? Have you met Kimberly? Kimberly and focus?
I'm very focused.
Yeah, on multiple things all at the same time.
Yes.
For about a second and a half on a good day.
No. Hey, you can ask, because Gary was with me some of the time when I was sitting there trying to sort things out with these people.
Oh, gee. Robin says, just tell the truth, Kimberly. The truth may hurt, but we did have a great time.
Yeah.
That is the good part about the truth. Lindy is having a good laugh here. Nice. Daniel says, we didn't like Punta Cana much. However, we stayed at Hard Rock, so I'm just putting some consistency to her review. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Anne says, according to Rafi, some people were having a fantastic time today in Nepal. Oh, I'm sure. We have seen plenty of people that were really enjoying themselves.
And you know what? And when you saw all of us, we were having a great time too, because we were all together.
Yeah.
So, whatever's going on, you're enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And we got to meet some new fellow travelers, which was all the better. We actually made some connections while we were there. We had our banner up and had some people come over and talk to us and join our channel and different things like that. So, spreading it that the travel community is starting to get out there again. We were successful in that.
Right.
So there were some successes. I mean, with this trip, the fellow travelers that we got to meet.
Oh, yes.
We got to add another country.
Yes, we did that too.
We did that too. So, and also too, no matter what happens on a trip, you get knowledge.
Yeah. All right. So next thing I need you to talk about is the process that our room ultimately was picked by. All right. So while you gather your thoughts for that, I'm going to go over a few more comments. I see Tyrannical Mystery Covers has joined us.
Hi.
Hey, welcome in. Tyrannical Mystery Covers, regular here in our live stream. Always good to have you back with us. And says, so I wasn't even there, but I would say the people were nice. Management sucked, food sucked, quarantine sucked, home was great. Yeah, that is, yeah.
There were some nice people. There really
quite
were.
Accurate, actually. Gary says, Eva and I had both paper and QR code, and they took both. There you go. Eric says, people in the group seem to be one of the only good things. Yeah, I'm afraid that was pretty much the case. Daniel says, they pulled us for random testing, and we showed them our VAX forms, and they let us go to the front of the line. It was awesome. The only awesome thing. Well, let that be then one good thing for sure. And says fellow travelers were awesome. Yes, they were. Very
amazing.
Good addition to that. Nick says the random testing was a blessing in disguise. After a 5-minute wait, we got to skip the main line. So basically, you had the same thing happen to you as that Daniel happened to him and Nancy. That's great. Mr. Tyrannical Mystery Cover says, Neil, it's called multitasking. Oh, Kimberly seeing ponies is called multitasking. That is the most PC form of seeing ponies that I've ever heard, but Tia sure. Maria? Kimberly reads Tia Maria, so let's see where that comes from. Appears to be coming from Gary's comment here. Put some Tia Maria in front of her, and that will focus Kim.
It is true.
Is it now?
It is true.
Megan says, okay, talking to Daniel here. Lindy Lou says, Kimberly, I'm playing with you. I know you're a great TA, and I know that takes a lot to focus. Yes, sure does. Megan says, I do believe your TTT banner was on the local Charlotte news.
It was!
It briefly was. Yes. Yes, Ronnie and Alma, who ended up quarantined, they did a little bit of a recording, and part of that recording had our banner in the background. So yes, our banner could be seen briefly on local Charlotte news. Yes. Gary says, yes, that banner. Neil doesn't know how to tie a boat to 20 minutes to get one knot out to take it down. I don't know, Gary. Maybe you just couldn't reach the knot. I don't know.
Oh!
Not sure. Tyrannical Mystery Cover say, ankle is almost healed. Good deal. Good deal. Robert Norris says, and liquor was tennis. Liquor? What?
We don't know what that means, Robert.
That sounds too cryptic. I mean, I don't mind solving puzzles or anything, but I think your phone took over what you were trying to type here. Tyrannical Mystery Cover says, later all out antique shopping. All right, you enjoy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Deb Wright is in the house. Hey, Deb. Thank you so much for joining us. I do believe it was your birthday yesterday.
Yeah, happy birthday,
happy birthday to you. Hopefully you enjoyed your day yesterday. And then it seems like I'm all caught up with the comments again. So that means that, Kimberly, have you gathered your thoughts about the room?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm supposed to stay positive, right?
Well, objective, but okay, let me put it this way. If not positive, then not too negative. All right?
Okay. It was, okay. The first room was the first room. And by the time we got to the third room, they had learned from their mistakes.
Okay. In what way, Kimberly?
The third room was much better than the first or the second room they tried to give us. And
what made it better? What was wrong with the first room?
Well,
give some details.
Okay. Well, I had booked for the group, some of them into ocean views and some of them into pool views. There is apparently a third type of room that they have on this property, which is a garden view, which they don't list. And apparently there was some confusion that my people for pool view were going to be put in garden view. And even though I had sent several emails stating that it would be nice if we could all be in the general vicinity of one another, not that we all needed to be in the same building, but this was a group, and you know how you try to make things nice for your people. When I got there, no, they told me that everybody was going to be everywhere, all through the resort. And the reason why I couldn't see the pool was because I was on the ground floor, not because I wasn't facing a pool or there wasn't a pool anywhere that anyone could see from where I was. But the first room, there was a lot of issues with, as far as there was rust in the mirrors, there were a broken ceiling fan. It did have a really musty smell to that particular room. And we were nowhere near a pool, or we were nowhere near anything. So by the time we got to the third room, those issues had been resolved. And we could see the pool from where we were. And at that point, somewhat. That point, thanks to Anthony too, is I was then talking to the manager and was able to give them another list at the fourth time of everybody that was with our group and their requests. Now, I had also requested for some of our people that they get bottom floor. Didn't happen for everybody. Some people it did, but the people, I will say, the majority of our group did get upgraded. And the clients really got upgraded. They had booked an Ocean View and they got all the way upgraded to an Ocean View suite.
Yeah.
I mean, they come with a bidet. I mean, it was nice. But everybody did get some type of an upgrade. So in the end, it was resolved. But I did spend the better part of the first day trying to resolve it.
Yeah. So, mind you, the first room that they assigned to us, there was several things wrong with it. So it was rusty. It was a rusty mirror. The ceiling fan didn't work. Was that also the room that the fridge wasn't working properly?
Yeah, the refrigerator didn't work. Everything in it was warm.
Basically, all the essential parts of the room were not functioning properly.
Right. So, and the air conditioning wasn't right either.
Yeah, that didn't exactly help. All right. I'm going briefly back to the comments. Let's see here. Robert was saying, liquor was tainted with acid. Yeah, well, we got some stories about the liquor too here. We'll get there. Deb says, thank you. Yes, I did enjoy my birthday as I went on a 6-mile hike on the Bruce Trail in Glen. It was amazing. Good for you.
That's wonderful.
Good for you. Hey, that is sometimes all it takes, right? Just to have a good time like that. Yeah, that's awesome, Deb. And says, we already agreed it sucked. Just tell the truth. Oh boy, they really want the dirty truth here. Gary says, I bet they tried to give you our room, didn't they? Well, did they, Kimberly?
What?
Did they try to give us...
I don't know. I don't think so.
No? Nick says, our room was in the perfect spot. Couldn't be close to the pool. Couldn't quite see the pool, but we sure could hear you guys. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Not a doubt in my mind. Gary, then, don't let her kid you, folks. She stuck us senior citizens on the 3rd floor.
Stop it, Gary!
That is funny.
Gary's just pissed because we didn't have a zip line for him to come down from that.
Zip line from the 3rd floor.
Yeah,
straight into the pool. Yes, yes, exactly.
Gary's like, man, why can't we arrange that?
Oh, that is funny. Megan, then, and let's not forget another issue with the rooms. Items were stolen. I'm not accustomed to staying at places where that is an issue.
I know.
Ooh, yeah, that is.
So far from what I've heard, Megan is the only one that was missing something. So far, but I mean, turn it into your travel insurance. Yep.
Hey, look, Frosty is here. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Came in to say hi. That is always appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by. That's Frosty, who is returning. Awesome. Eric says, I guess since everything went so well in Cancun, they were like, not this time, folks.
You know what? That's the thing.
It just makes no sense because we had such a great experience at the Rio in Cancun. And then here, it's like the contrast is just staggering.
It was huge. The contrast was huge. I mean, the food quality was very different. And I got to say it too, the hygiene was way different.
Oh, yes. Yes. And the policies didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
No.
Because one of the things that, and you're going to see this in our vlogs as well, that will be coming out here soon about the Rio Palace Buffalo. If you look at the buffet, for instance, there are tongs everywhere so you can get the food out. But those tongs are like this long. Yeah. So by the time you try to get some food out, you've already touched like 80% of the food. So that completely defeats the purpose. Now in Cancun, the tongs were like 2-3 times that size.
And they changed them out.
And they changed them all the time. Much better practices, much better hygiene practices for sure.
Definitely.
Now, Troy makes a comment here that I think will initiate the next topic we will be discussing. At least they didn't run the alcohol through a radiator. Are we so sure?
Yeah.
What do we have to say about the alcohol?
Okay. As you all have heard, they stopped having the alcohol on the excursions in the Dominican because of counterfeit alcohol. Mm-hmm. Now,
so mind you, this had nothing to do with the COVID.
No, this had to do with counterfeit alcohol and people getting sick or dying.
Yes.
So, and they said it did not make it onto any of the resorts, and I hope that is true. But during our trip, we had a few of our people that, let's just say, can handle their alcohol go down. And in ways that didn't make sense. No. Like after like 3 drinks and then really out cold. And these are people that can handle their alcohol. I mean, it made absolutely no sense. So I don't know how heavy they were making them or if it was an overproof alcohol that they were using in some of them, but it really knocked some serious drinkers on their butts. And like I said, and it's not even just like, oh, I want to go to Spain.
Yeah, no. But the weird thing was, usually when drunkenness starts kicking in, that goes in stages. So first it's like, okay, you're just feeling not a whole lot of pain. And then you gradually slip into drunkenness the more you drink. But the ones of us, including yours truly, that ended up going down, we skipped a whole part of that.
Yeah.
It was like one moment I'm still sitting talking to someone, and the next moment I lost track of time. I still have a gap in my memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what happened here?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And we got him to bed with help.
I hadn't been drinking that much.
No, and I know what he can drink.
And it was just, none of it added up. It didn't make any sense at all. The way we went down like that is very, very unusual.
Yeah.
So needless to say, afterwards, I pretty much called it quits on shots and mixed drinks. I just stuck to beer. And...
Yeah, he stuck to beer. Some of our fellow travelers went to wine. I was just doing Tia Maria or Amaretto. But some of them still had the mixed drinks and they seemed okay, especially, in the lobby bar and things like that. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on.
Right.
But it really knocked some of our people down.
Yeah. All right. Time for a few more comments here. Anne says that it is all in the management, that might be what's making a difference in experience between two reuse, even though they are two reuse. Gary comments, let's be nice about the rooms. The flowers on the beds and around the bathroom and in the shower were lovely. Too bad on Marie and Robert got them that I know of, because we sure didn't.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, I guess there's not a whole lot of consistency there.
No, there isn't, because like I said, on some we got something, but it wasn't like a big like the big pretty stuff. It was just like two little flowers that were on our bed one evening, and that was it. Now,
right.
I think it depends on who your mate is and what they do.
Yeah.
But
very different. It sucks, says Robert. Yes. Jonathan is making a comment here that is pretty much in line with what Anne said earlier. Different culture, different management makes for a different experience. You can go to restaurants and have a great experience. Go to another location, it's horrible.
I know.
Well, we sure found that one out the hard way, Jonathan. Dan is appreciating our honesty. We so love Rio Cancun because of your reviews. Yes. So that said, me and Kimberly have actually discussed whether or not we should even put vlogs out on this place. We decided to go ahead and we are going to publish vlogs about the Rio Palace Bavaro, but
objectively,
it's going to be objectively. We're not going to give it any praise. We're not going to
rip it.
We're not going to rip it. We just show
pictures.
Yeah, it's footage, pictures. We're going to show it the way we've seen it.
Yeah.
And then if anyone has any questions, yes, we'll of course give you answers. And of course, those will be truthful answers. But to say that we're going to give it as much praise as we did the Rio Palace Peninsula in Mexico, forget it.
No.
Not happening.
No.
All right. Hey, Don and Heather are here. What's going on, guys?
Hi.
Hey, everyone. We're here now. Awesome. Don and Heather, who were also with us in the Dominican Republic and are now back in Texas.
Thank goodness.
Yes, indeed. Nick says, to be fair, the snack bar, we did see some health inspectors one day. No kidding. Wow, I didn't realize that. Gary goes, a few? Who are you kidding? More than a few.
I know, went down.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, like I said, it doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't. Nathan Rita in the house. Hey, Nathan. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I see Chris is here too from See the World with Chris. Hey,
Chris.
What's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for coming. Nick says Hector has a way with drinks. Yeah, evidently he did. I don't know. I mean, maybe it wasn't Hector. Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. Gary, oh, Neil, I know what happened in that cafe. You can pay me to keep quiet. You're funny, Gary. You're funny. Let's see here. What else? More. Hey, Nancy is in here. Hello, TTT. You're looking tan and lovely. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. So, nautical nurse Nancy, regular here in our To Travel and Tour International Travelers Hangout. Always good to see you, Nancy. How are you doing? Are you still booked for the cruise? That is still going through, right?
Yes.
I think. Yeah. Donna Heather saying, you might also mention that alcohol was not top shelf. No. Oh, no. You didn't have to be a connoisseur to figure that one out for sure. No.
I want some tequila.
Oh, here's another thing that we need to discuss, Kimberly. Megan just comments about the no food lady seems to be a theme if you wanted to dine after 7 p.m., even though they claim to be open until 10.
Okay.
Yeah, tell everyone what happened there.
I'm going to say, okay, here's, are you ready?
This is good.
Okay. Apparently, we were having some cultural differences. Like Neil and I have cultural differences.
What makes you say that?
And like Neil, who sometimes says something rude and direct, apparently so do some of the people there. And instead of...
That is not the same thing, rudeness and directness. Anyways, continue. That's a discussion for a different day.
Oh, is it now? Anyways. Apparently, what is polite there and what me and our fellow travelers, and particularly the Duchess, consider polite are very different. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. So they were going to eat in the one restaurant the one evening, Megan and some other fellow travelers. And when they got to the restaurant and told them how many that were at their table, instead of saying something to the effect of, we have a limited amount of reservations due to COVID. Mm-hmm. We have exceeded our allotment for this evening. We hope you will dine with us tomorrow evening, or would you like us to try to seat you at one of the other specialty restaurants? This would be a perfect, I think, response to what was happening.
Yeah.
Now, what Megan received was a somewhat different response.
Somewhat different.
Which was no food, lady. No. and then, which became the look on Megan's face.
Yeah.
Because that was no bueno.
That is no bueno.
No bueno.
You don't tell the Duchess that there is no food in a restaurant.
But no food, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then we had a similar instance the first night that we went to a specialty restaurant, which was Cristal, which is like their really nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of us who are cruisers, all-inclusive resort people, all of these things, it's all-inclusive, it's unlimited, it's whatever you want, it's all good. Now, granted, you're stuck with the menu that they have at that particular restaurant, which we all respect.
Yeah.
I wanted 2 appetizers, which at any other REU I can have.
That was never an issue.
Any of the resorts we went to, I went 7 appetizers. Here you go, lady.
Any cruise we went on.
Any cruise we went on.
Never an issue.
I was told, no, you cannot have 2 appetizers.
One item per course.
One per course. And I said, why?
Yeah.
Okay. And I said, why? And they said, because if we give all the food to you, lady, we have no food for nobody else.
Yeah, that seemed kind of odd.
Yes. So apparently 2 appetizers is all the food they had for everyone. And we all must share those 2 appetizers.
Yeah.
It was things like that. And like I said, apparently, and this person said that they were management in that restaurant, which surprised me.
Yeah, it didn't really look like much management. But...
No, but then as the week went on, it became very clear at the way the rest of the resort ran that he probably was a manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I do got to say something about the buffet.
All right, hold on, because I want to go through some comments here. Anne says, if I were you, I would also complain to the REU about how bad it was. Maybe they will send you a free trip to Cancun since you reported the problem, and I would have everyone in the group do that. I don't rule it out that we will, Anne. I really don't rule that out.
And I'm going, like I said, I'm going to get everything together, and once we get everybody home, I'm going to write some letters and go from there.
That is going to be the topic probably after the buffet then. Mm-hmm. Sherry Awesome Sunsets is in the house, so I want to say hi to her for sure. Welcome back, Sherry. Glad to have you here with us this afternoon. Nancy says 10 days till Adventure of the Seas, but we are waiting on cruising protocols. Yeah. Oh, so there's still a lot of...
There's still things up in the air.
Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully you will receive those soon, so you'll be all set for your cruise then. Megan says only top shelf they had was some rum. Yeah. Well, even that I'm not so sure about, to be honest with you. Anthony immediately makes it into a hashtag no food lady. Yeah, that's going to be a new one.
It's going to be a t-shirt.
Nancy says, LOL, I cannot wait to hear the no food. Yeah, well, there you have it. That is what happened there. Troy says, I had friends that went to Haiti as part of a UN force back in 1994. I have never heard anything good about that island. Yeah, Haiti supposedly is off worse than the Dominican Republic. So we have never been there, so we cannot say for ourselves. But yeah, it does not have a good reputation. That is something that we know for sure. Eric says, how were the shows? No one mentioned the shows, and did they end at 10:30 like Cancun?
Well, you know what? The shows were good. Actually, the majority of shows I can't complain about.
If we're going to mention positive aspects of the resorts, I would say the shows, yeah.
And they actually had two different shows going on. They had the one that was kind of like the indoor part, and then remember how the outdoor stage wasn't being used in Cancun while it was being used in Punta Cana. So you had some music before, then you had the main show, then you turned back around, and then you had some more music in the evening.
That's something we actually liked.
We really enjoyed it. Yeah. We really did like that.
Yeah, that was a good thing. Tom Shaner in the house. Hey, Tom. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tom. Gary says, piss me off when they refuse to seat a party of 12 at 7 at the steakhouse. Excuse me, even though they were open till 10, and a big fat no to 2 appetizers in the first restaurant we went to. Yeah, that is quite some BS right there. Megan says, and then Amanda and I went next door to try the other restaurant, and we were told no gas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They apparently didn't have any gas.
Oh, gotta love it. Anthony says, I would have told the person who said no food lady where to go with to shove it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I
mean, we were just told some things over the course of this that you just kind of went.
Yeah, like, really? That is how you treat guests? That just didn't seem right. Paul Vines in the house. Hello, driving but listening. So Paul Vines is using our show as a radio show. Well, that is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope you will be enjoying our show. Nancy says that the shows did seem very nice. Yeah, and particularly the acrobats.
Yeah, they were really good.
There was some really, really good acrobatics with one of the shows, and I plan on posting a short video about that in the weeks to come at some point. Let's see, meetings and greetings. All right. Gary says, Anil, don't forget mask crap at the water. Oh, yes. Okay. So this particular all-inclusive resort happens to have a small, and mark the word, small water park that is on site. Well, not really on site, but it technically belongs to the resort. So
the resorts.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are lodged at one of those resorts, then at those reuse, you have access to the water park. Now, mind you, the whole thing pretty much consists of a handful of water slides plus a kids area. So it isn't all that big. Now, right at the bottom, because there's a little like a slope that you have to walk up to get to the actual entrance of the water park. Right at the bottom, there is a rather overzealous guard that will insist that you wear your mask for about 5 seconds until you're entering the park. You can take it off. So he actually felt the need to refuse Gary the entrance because he didn't have a mask with him at that point. There was only 2 between the 3 of us. So Gary ended up offering to just walk back. And yeah, he went back for literally 5 seconds of having to wear a mask. Now, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to say this too. Okay, unlike the Cancun one, no, in Cancun, if you didn't bring your mask with you, they would tell you, oh, you can buy one over there in the gift shop.
Yeah.
Where at this resort, if you went to the restaurant and didn't have your mask, they did give you one.
Yeah.
So, which surprised me, why weren't they doing that at the slides? You know, if they're doing that at the restaurants, why aren't they doing it there?
And it was so typical because misinformation for this trip has been rampant, and that's still putting it mildly. So, for instance, at the water park, there was supposedly no drinks. That's what we were told, or the information we gathered, let's say. We get there, and what is the first thing you see on your left-hand side when you enter the water park?
Wonder why?
Soda machines. And not even ones that you have to pay for. You just grab soda. So, yeah, that was some misinformation there too. Daniel says the food at the Hard Rock was a positive. Many open restaurants and fair service and good quality. We were very happy with the Mexican restaurant, so I guess there was something else I liked. Good deal. Good deal. We're happy to hear that. Finding happiness in all you do. Oh, my goodness. That has been a long time ago. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you and how have you been and how's your family been? Let's see. Don and Heather, and you should mention the horrible seaweed all over the beaches and in the surf. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to see this in the vlog that we have about the grounds of this resort. You might in advance think, okay, with everything having been going on and bad service and all that, maybe the beach was at least nice.
And parts of it were.
But just not ours.
And not if you went near the water.
Because there was a lot of seaweed, and
which they say is a time of year.
Yeah, okay, we understand that, but there was nothing that was really being done about it. No. Like, it was just there.
Oh, wait a minute. Then there was something done. They took tractors and they put them in way bigger piles all over the place. So that really helped nothing.
Now, mind you, those piles of seaweed, you're going to smell that because the resort is situated right at the beach.
Yeah.
So for the wind to pick up and blow the smell of the rotting seaweed across the resort, that doesn't take much.
No.
So yes, but yeah, that's a good added comment there, Don and Heather, for sure. Let's see. What else? Robert says, I think just so it's straight and all out, didn't he? Yep. Gary says, be real, Neil, you love The Magician. I like The Magician, but it wasn't spectacular. It was really not spectacular. There were some tricks that I'm like, okay,
he likes magicians.
Nice, but...
they'd have to be really bad for Neil not to watch the whole magic show because Neil likes magic shows.
So what? We all have our things.
And you like magic shows, and that's fine.
Megan says, I expect some hiccups while traveling during COVID, but the delivery from the staff was what really put me off. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that, Megan.
And truly, bad service and bad food, that can ruin your whole trip.
Yes.
And that is, I mean, with as many things as can go wrong during a trip to an all-inclusive resort, if those two things are lacking, you better have a group like we did to make up for that.
Yeah, because we had a fantastic group.
Yes. And says, well, they didn't give you good foods so they could afford to give you the free mask. Yeah, you would think. You would think. Gary says, I will admit that at the water park, the Stuka was a blast. Yes. Okay. So Gary is referring here to one of the water slides that happens to be the shortest one out of the bunch. But make no mistake, this is the most badass water slide of all because it's almost a free fall down. So you go with an incredible speed, like there's no tomorrow, you go down this water slide. But it's a lot of fun. So, we may have hit that one more than once. I like the toilet bowl as well. That was fun, too. It kind of flushes you through the funnel like that. That was neat. Seaweed was piled up like piles of... Yes, it was. You're absolutely right about that, Don and Heather. That's for sure. Tyrannical Mystery covers as well. In Kimberly's case, it's called mouth tasking. No pun intended. What's mouth tasking? Finding happiness in all you do, saying that her and the family are doing good, and asking how we are doing. Well, we came just back, as you have probably figured out by now, from the Dominican Republic, from a not so fantastic trip, unfortunately. But other than that, we're doing not too bad here. Megan says, 31 in the house for anyone who forgot to smash those thumbs. I'm actually seeing 34 here, so yes. If you haven't done so yet, guys, 35 even. Wow, I don't remember having hit that in a long time. Good deal. Yes, if you haven't done so yet, please hit those thumbs up for us, guys. We'd really appreciate it. And feel free to share the live stream out. The more fellow travelers, the merrier.
And we did have a fantastic excursion.
Yes, we will be getting into that here shortly, too. Gary says, what we sat through The Magician just for you. Yeah, and I appreciate that. And
I liked it.
It was not that bad that I felt the need to get up and leave.
He enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Troy is saying, sounds like you folks were visiting a Caribbean trailer park.
No,
you know,
I've lived in a trailer park. Troy, believe me, this was not that high class.
The big shame is the resort itself is
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's really beautiful.
The grounds are fantastic.
Wait till you see these videos. You're going to go, oh my God, they were in paradise. If you look at,
Yes. with better food and better service, this could be an amazing place.
Yes, definitely.
It's just that there are just certain things that they have to take care of, and they need to dramatically improve on. So that seaweed at the beach needs to go. Service needs to be cranked up a notch or two. That is our biggest pet peeve.
No food lady.
Yeah. Food quality and alcohol quality, that also could use some serious upgrading.
Yes, definitely.
So, but once you have those ducks in a row, those are not things that cannot be fixed.
No.
At least we don't think that they are.
Longer tongs for the bars.
Yes.
And they really do need, if you ask me, they can do a little better on the cleanliness around the buffet too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit more cleaning. Yes. We all made it home, says Trenical Mystery Covers. Good deal. And says, I guess one good thing, every place else you go will look like heaven. Compared to that, yeah, more than likely. More than likely. The Dutchess then, they kept up with the grounds and palm trees quite well, but completely gave up when it came to the beach. Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Finding happiness, all you do is phrasing it just right. Oh my, now you all need a new vacation.
That's what we said. We need a do-over. We got to get everybody home first.
Yeah. So then we get to the part where, Jeffrey is in now. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you so much for joining us. So then we get to the part where it is time for us to get our COVID test, because you require those. You require a negative COVID test in order to return home. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit on how that went. What was the process they had in place?
Okay, the process sucked. Okay. What they did was they had you sign up for it like very early in the morning. It wasn't like the other one where they just gave you an appointment. You showed up at that time. They did it. Everything moved quickly, and you were social distanced because there was appointments. This one, they had you split into 4 groups, but everybody had to be waiting in the one bar while this whole process was going on. So everybody that was to be tested that day had to be in the bar at that time, split into 4 groups. Well, then they took group A and group B together and crammed you all neck to neck, shoulder to shoulder in a tiny hallway.
Not a good plan.
Not a good plan. And I mean, and as you know, we did have people test positive. Yes.
So we end up getting some results back. And yes, Alma from Life is Good Today ended up testing positive.
But not Ronnie.
Not Ronnie, though. And then Rafael tested positive on the side of the Visos, but not Amanda. So what happens next is arguably the icing on the cake in terms of bad service, guys, because Ronnie and Alma, as well as Rafael, each got quarantined to a room, and they were pretty much left there to fend for themselves.
It was really bad.
There was nobody that checked in on them. Well, mind you, nobody from the resort. We had people in our group,
of course,
that checked on them. We checked on them, but the resort itself, forget about it. The best way to really figure out what all happened, in order to figure that one out, I would want to refer you to the quarantine vlogs that both creators have put on their channel. So both Visos Travel and Life is Good Today, they have quarantine vlogs where they tell you in detail what's happening to them. And it's ridiculous things from like not getting food for hours to not getting enough drinks even. And getting turned away at the reception with the message because they're busy, because they're not the only guest. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, but thank goodness we were with our group. We were able to, supply them left and right with some things that they at least had something. But if it wasn't for that, they would really have been left to fend for themselves.
And we talked to management.
Yeah.
We talked to several different people as far as trying to get to the bottom of what the heck was going on.
But across the board, it just seemed like nobody cared.
Yeah.
It was like across the board sheer shrugging, like indifference, like, oh, well.
Yeah, somebody else's problem.
Yeah, not their problem. It's like, how can you do that? I mean, the day and age we live in. you know that as an all-inclusive resort, you need to be prepared. So you better have your ducks in a row.
Definitely.
And clearly that was not the case at this resort. So yeah, we are very, very, very disappointed, in particularly that part in the way they treated the fellow travelers that were part of our group that were quarantined. That is just preposterous the way that went. I am at a loss for words for it. It's
okay. I'm going to say this, and all of you that know this and know some of our fellow travelers here, like Dewey. We all know sweet, lovable. We love Dewey to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Dewey lost his temper.
Yeah. Things got bad enough for Dewey to blow a gasket at the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
When the steak came back like shoe leather pretty much, and he had asked for medium rare or something.
And everyone had eaten but Dewey and Heather. They didn't give them any food. Apparently there was no food lady again for them. We had already eaten our food. It just was ongoing. I mean,
it sure was.
We were there 14 days. So, you think, okay, well, there's good days, there's off days. It was all pretty much the same.
Yeah. All right. Going over some more comments here. Twenical Mystery Covers is asking, are we still in Punta Cana? No, we're not. Thank goodness we're not. Daniel Field says that the Dominican Republic Hard Rock also seriously lacked in alcohol. 99% of bars and restaurants didn't have Chardonnay, and as we expect, just one beer, while two of you count the light version. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we only had one beer. We only had Presidente.
Yeah, that's right. Eric says, definitely needed longer thongs at the bar. Gary says, wow, they didn't do that to us when we tested. Yeah. So, again, inconsistency. Dewey says, I'm here. I fell asleep. All right, it happens. No worries. Welcome in, Dewey. Thank you so much for joining us today.
He's been running all over the place.
Yeah, he has been. But he was one of our fellow travelers out there that made our stay there at least a little bit more pleasant.
Oh, my God, yes.
Najuma Brown. Hey.
Najuma.
Thank you so much for joining us, Najuma. Good to have you with us here today. Twenical Mystery Cover says that was horrible on their part for the quarantine. Yes, absolutely. We have no good words whatsoever for their regulations and procedures in case someone gets quarantined. That is not how you treat guests. Absolutely not. Rafael, there he is, the crazy Spaniard who has been liberated today. That's right. So, maybe now would be a good time to explain our background a little bit to you, because what you're looking at here is the very entrance and also the exit of the resort where we stayed at. And as you can tell, we very much hope that both Ronnie and Alma and Rafael will be able to make it through those doors very, very soon and make it home again back to the US. Here's Eddie, our mascot. Apparently he is ready for his screen time. I'm going to play Rafael's clip now that he is here. The Spanish guitar. Where is he? There he is. From the state of Oklahoma, but still tuning in from Punta Cana, that's Rafael from Visos Travel, moderator here in our International Travelers Hangout. Thank you so much for joining us, amigo. You've been taking a nap. Well, I bet you are exhausted from the way you've been treated out there, so don't worry about that. We're glad you're here after all. And says, Rafi was so sad. I felt so bad for him. At least Ronnie and Alma had each other. Yes, they did. Now, thank goodness Ronnie and Alma were in the room above Rafael. So they could at least kind of talk to each other from the balcony. That helped. But yeah, Rafael was technically by himself, and he really made the most of it. There are some hilarious vlogs in which he goes to excursions in his own room, and they're hilarious. My favorite, and I've said this before, is the one in which he goes snorkeling in his own bathtub. It's hilarious. You gotta check those vlogs out. Anthony dropping the link here for Rafael. Thank you so much. If you could do the same for Ronnie and Alma from Life is Good Today, that would be great. NDT Show in the house. Hi. Hey, welcome back. The NDT Show. Not the first time here in our live stream. Always good to have you here. Visos travel surprises all. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
And you know what? That only made it more anticlimactic because, of course, we're thrilled
so
to see
excited.
them. but then that happens, and it's like what?
And then they took Anthony, and then they took Raphael away from us.
Yeah,
we're like, no more Rafi.
Yeah,
it's like no.
I know, right? Eric says that the service just seems ridiculously bad, and that it truly was. Yeah. Although Mabel, I'm gonna name her by name. Mabel at the buffet. Top-notch waitress. Top-notch waitress. We have received the best service at the buffet. And Mabel was, I would say, the main person there who helped with that. Who helped with that. Absolutely. Jeffrey says, I hope everyone has a great night. Okay. All right. You're going to go to a baseball game. All right. Enjoy, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, perfect. Anthony already dropped the link for Ronnie and Alma. Awesome. Thank you. Dewey says overall attitude at that resort, unless you tipped, was that they did not care. Even if you tipped,
you know what? We tipped everywhere.
Yeah, but it's
and we're still treated that way. So
yeah. Hashtag quarantine couple, say Ronnie and Alma. Excuse me. Yes, that is exactly what you are still. And we, like I said, we really hope you guys can make it home very, very soon. Because you sure have spent way too much time out there as it is at this point. Jeffrey, okay, already went over that. I will ask for a refund, says Tyrannical Mystery Covers. Oh, we're not quite done with this yet, Tyrannical Mystery Covers. So I'm quite sure that Kimberly is going to...
I'm going to send some nasty
letters. There's going to be some letters involved here. Friends for life! Yeah! Couldn't agree more. Absolutely. And let that be one fantastic thing about this trip. With everything that our group has been through, we have bonded. Like there's no tomorrow. I mean, after you have been through something like this, then that really creates a bond. NDT show asking how everyone is doing here. Well, we're doing good, particularly now that we're home, as you can tell. Let's see here. Greg Carter also cannot believe what he's hearing here. Need to drive, says Tyrannical Mystery Covers. All right, be safe. The Duchess says part of the reason we chose this resort was on the insurance policy they offered. Yes. Absolutely unacceptable for our people who had to be quarantined to be treated so poorly. I agree. Hey, look, we have Betsy from Beach Please in the house. Hey, welcome in, Betsy. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're currently, for you and for everyone else who just tuned in, we're currently discussing the trip to the Dominican Republic that we just came back from. Thank goodness. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if you're really familiar with our live streams, but we go over a lot of comments here. We have a very interactive live stream always. That's how just the format we like to have an actual conversation in here rather than ramble off story after story. So thank you so much for joining us. Robert says, but we did find other beers at the marina when we went on the excursion.
Yes, we did.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Lindy Lou noting that Dewey must be exhausted by now. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Let's see. More meetings and greetings. Dan comments, the bad part is 14 vacation days wasted. Well, I wouldn't say wasted because we were with the group that we were. That made all the difference in the world. And we cannot stress that enough, guys. The group we had together, that was amazing. And that is why I wouldn't say that it was completely wasted. No. But if it wasn't for that, then I would have agreed. So, Castlefeld Travelers, happy to see our little dog here. Megan throwing in #3 the Woo Crew.
Yes.
I know. Tyrannical Mystery Cover says, okay, needs to take care of some food there. All right. Thank you so much for joining us then. And we'll see you next time. Woo! Throws in life is good today. Oh, look who is in the house.
Hey,
Glenn Miller from our fellow Triple T's in the United Kingdom. Welcome in, my friend. That means we get to play that anthem.
Yes.
So for Sarah and Glenn from Travel Tour Taste, here we go. That is Glenn and Sarah from Travel Tour Taste. Welcome in, guys. Awesome to have you back here once again with us. You may have heard by now that we were not exactly thrilled with our trip in the Dominican Republic. So That's what we are discussing here. But there were some good water slides, Glenn, and I know you and Sarah like those. Although Sarah, from what I know, doesn't like the ones that get dark. Glenn says, you have such a great tan, guys. Looks so good and healthy. Oh, well, that is one thing we brought back from the Dominican Republic for sure. I mean, the tan, yes, even Kimberly got tan.
Even I'm tan.
Yeah, and she usually doesn't tan that much. Let's see here. And Jared helped Ronnie and Elma out. Yes, Ronnie and Elma were able to get themselves someone who brought them some food and drinks from time to time. So that was great. But again, there may have been some tipping involved there. So, but nevertheless, that is of course only to the good there that they were able to pull that off. Rafa says, I tell you, I had an extra something on my step today. Even the seaweed seemed pretty. And I agree with you, buffet service is the best. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Glenn talking to Dewey here. Dewey says, that was the one good thing I got out of the trip. Even I got a Halluvaton almost rifled deal. Almost. Gary, then, I will say one really good outcome of Rafi's quarantine was the rest of us really got to know Amanda much better. Yes. Agree 100%. Yes. Let's see here. Rafael says, talking to Troy here. Lindy Lou says, always nice to sleep in your own bed. Oh, it sure was. I mean, it sure was. See some meetings and greetings in here. Good deal. Dewey saying that he sure put a lot of airtime on this trip. Yes, that you did. Betsy says, thank you for having me and having a little chat with Anthony. That's awesome. Dewey talking to Lindy Lou over here. Let's see here. Glenn going, LOL, love that anthem, makes me laugh every time. Sorry the trip wasn't as expected, but I guess it's all experience. Much love. Yes, right. Glenn, my friend, seriously, this truly was experience, if anything. And it wasn't a good experience, but it was experience.
But there were some good things.
Yeah, well, and again, we need to distinguish between the group we traveled with, which is fantastic.
And I will say our excursion was great.
And yes, and the excursion was great. And it's just the resort, like the service and the food. That I would say, you cannot even say that the whole resort was bad because it was a beautiful resort.
It was beautiful. The pools were great.
So, you cannot just group everything in one category. That would not be fair. But we like to stay objective, as you can tell.
The best we can. But I mean, there's only so much you can say when they look at one of your, I mean, when you travel with me, you're really my people, okay? And I get more upset over them doing something to my people than doing it to me. And
yes, and then you get really upset, and then I'm left to deal with it.
Yes. No, you weren't left dealing with it. I was dealing with it. I was going back and forth. You weren't going back and forth.
Okay, we will just completely ignore all the rants in the room.
Okay, well, those were needed. Because I'm a very even-tempered woman.
You?
Yes.
Okay, apparently those drinks are still affecting you.
Maybe a little bit. But anyways, I mean, I get, and then to look at one of my people and then look at her and say, no food lady. What?
Yeah, that one is the best one ever.
I mean, that is the gold star. No food lady. Then no gas lady.
Hey, one moment I want to say hi to Maria here. Hey, hi, Maria. What's going on, Maria?
I love Maria.
Yes, her and Robert both were among the fellow travelers we got to meet for the first time on our trip. Yeah, they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome.
And I want to travel with them again.
Absolutely. Oh, well, that's going to happen for sure. Absolutely. Dewey says, once again, I lost weight on this trip, even fully dressed with clothes on today. When I got home, I weighed less than when I left. Good deal, Dewey. That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's because they said no food.
Yeah. Yeah. Daniel has a question. How were the pools? You mentioned the beach, so I'm just curious.
Pools were great.
Yeah. That was actually one of the things that was good at the resort, Daniel. There were 3 pools. 2 of which I think were adult only. Yes. Am I saying that right? Yes, 2 were adult only. One of them had a swim-up bar, but we stayed in the one like right in the center that had a bar but was not a swim-up bar. Simply because it was more relaxed, more quiet.
We could play our music.
Yes, and then you had the main pool where everyone and everything was pretty much allowed, and we had some rather lousy pool volleyball that I wasn't even that interested in.
Yeah. Apparently it wasn't high enough, the net.
Oh, they had the net like hanging in the water, like right above the blue line of the comment that you can see. All I had to do was hit it above with my pink and it would go over the net. What fun is that?
He likes some serious pool volleyball.
A little bit more would be appreciated. Duchess is saying that the pools in the adult area were good. We pretty much had our own section daily. Would not even want to dip a toe in the non-adult pools. Yeah. Yeah, it was more. That was definitely the more crowded one of the pools, Megan. And for Daniel, indeed, that was also the pool that had the restaurant on the side, the buffet, the lunch buffet.
Yes.
Which also was hit or miss when it came to the food. More miss than hit, to be honest, but it is what it is, I
got
suppose.
spoiled rice pudding there.
Yeah, that was definitely a miss that day.
That was a miss.
Gary agrees with me. Who the heck
what?
you kidding, Kimberly?
About
you being even-tempered.
Maybe that isn't what he means. I am very
Oh, I know
even-tempered.
that is what Gary means.
I am very even-tempered.
Oh, yeah, right. Eric's having a good laugh here. Glenn is saying, love the banner pictures, amazing touch. The friends that were with you made the trip, and that is awesome. Yes, Glenn, absolutely. We could not agree more. That is what made this trip. And even though the trip itself overall, of course, isn't going to go down our history of trips as the most fantastic trip ever, it sure is going down as the best group ever.
Yes, definitely.
So that's at least one thing. Maria says, we want to travel again. You're wonderful people. Well, hey, then we're going to make that happen. We are totally going to make that happen, Maria. You watch. I call BS. Yes. Yes. Me too. No. Me too, Gary. Yeah, that was that. Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. That okay. Tell them where that came from.
Okay. You had to have a bright orange, fluorescent orange bracelet.
Yes.
To be a part of the adult only VIP areas. Now, you do pay for this. I mean, this is something you pay for. So you are paying extra to be in these areas. So people who have a white wristband did not pay to be in these areas.
But it didn't stop them from trying to enter our pool.
Oh, yes. And they would try. And the bartenders would throw them out.
Yes.
And then we started singing the song.
Yes.
Which was fun.
Yep. Don and Heather are saying, we love the adult pools, beautiful, but the others look terribly crowded with kids. Yeah, particularly that one over next to the restaurant there. Yeah, that was horribly crowded.
No, Neil would not have been in that pool.
No, I stay far away from that. No. Dewey says, I even had my private escort out of the country. Did I lose my temper that much?
It was something, though.
Yeah, that was something.
Dewey lost his shit, and I'm like, I'm standing. We're going. We're walking.
Yeah. Anthony asking, did we go to the beach? Actually, I did to vlog it. I crossed the beach when I came back from the water park, but to say that we spent any time there, no, it was just way too much seaweed. Mm-hmm. Rafael says, getting out today was so fantastic. It's like all of my senses were in tune. I did not have alcoholic drink. I carried my big water bottle with me, but the watermelon and ice cream I had were divine. Oh, I bet they were, Rafael. I'm very happy to see that you're doing a lot better today because yesterday, my friend, was not a good day for you.
Yeah,
that
we
was
were
very
like, oh my God.
Clear. You were not in good spirits yesterday. So I'm glad that soon you'll be able to go home, see your wife, see your kids. That's awesome. Gary says, volleyball was fun. When those 20-somethings got in front of me, they thought I was going to be a pushover. Sure shoot them.
You showed them.
Yes, you did, Gary. Yes, you did. You put up a good game. Let's see here. Glenn saying, midnight here, sweet dreams, and God bless you all. Thank you so much, Glenn.
Sleep
very
well.
Much appreciate that. Sleep well. Let's say hi to Sarah from us. Gary saying, Megan and Elmo are throwing them out of the adult pool too. Yeah. Oh yeah, they saw to that, which is awesome. Eric is noting that he has 86 days left till Iceland.
How amazing is that?
That is awesome, Eric. That is absolutely awesome. And I bet you are very much looking forward to that. And hey, you watch, that's going to be here before you know it. Let's see. Lindy Lou likes the sound of the watermelon. And Dewey says it was a shame when they had to escort the good-looking folks from the pool with the white bands.
There were a few that were kind of cute.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, at one point, there was a very, very nice...
Yeah.
But
so they had to go first.
But you know what? I remember when I walked past the bar, and there were 4 rather good-looking girls at some point that tried to charm the bartender into giving them a drink. Bartender wouldn't budge. I'll give him kudos for that. Because I'm sure that a lot of other bartenders would just have said, "Oh, it's okay." Yeah, not this bartender. So that was good. All right. So Daniel says Norwegian has just added 4 days in front of my New York City cruise. Previously, we were going to be the first sailing on a breakaway. This is good news. Yeah. Good. Yes, that's another interesting thing to point out. While we were in the Dominican Republic, the world started to change. Yes. So we're narrowly, closely following all the developments and what's going on. And hopefully we'll be able to make up our mind as to what will be next.
Yeah, I mean, considering the pandemic's almost over, so Neil thought it was important way at the end to get the coronavirus.
I bet, you know what? I'm convinced it's
you made it through the whole, you made it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And like I said, symptoms have been mild so far, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to write this out, and then everything will be back to normal. Okay, so one thing we have not discussed really yet is our excursion.
It was good.
Okay, what was good? What was the excursion? Tell a little bit more.
Okay. We did a private excursion, and I would so recommend, if you have a group, do private excursion. Pay a little bit more than worth the money.
Totally worth it.
More than worth it.
Yeah.
And of course, as always, negotiate.
Yes. We had a very good guide.
Yeah, we ended up that we had a great guide. It went really well. We went to the island, but what I really liked is we went to it was like a sandbar in the middle of the ocean. And we got to go twice to 2 different ones, and we got to see starfish and be able to be out in the middle of the ocean and where you could stand. And it was only like up to here. It was so great. And the water was beautiful, and it was clear, and just an amazing experience. And it was perfect. It really was perfect. That excursion truly, other than the group that we were with, made the trip.
Mind you, though, the sea around Saona Island that we went to
is normally okay.
Very rocky. Do not go there without water shoes.
No, apparently what had happened was they did have some storms, and it sucked the sand off of that area. So it was rockier. That's what the guy told me.
Well, it was really rocky.
It was bad.
Yeah.
So you know what? I always recommend people bring water shoes, especially if you're going to an unknown beach. Not that everyone listens.
Listen, usually I have water shoes with me. This was one time that I didn't. I didn't think I was going to need it.
And how did that go?
Poorly.
Exactly.
This is what it is.
Yeah. So bring your water shoes.
All right. Let's see here. Gary's saying that I backed out of the nautical nurse Nancy, but said next time he would. What?
Oh, this is you jumping in the pool. You're going to jump in naked.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no.
Well, would you rather do naked or a dress? She said naked.
No, neither. Gary says that Sonoma Island was a place where models in white bikini thongs were doing photo shoots. Yes, that's right. Yes, they were. That's right.
And I thought it was great that Dewey had that kind of confidence.
What? What's wrong with you?
I'm broken.
You are broken. Lainey Lou talking to Rafael here. Don and Heather then. There were kids one night that tried to get into our pool, and I pointed at my orange bracelet. The mom got furious with me and stormed off with the kids. Gave me the middle finger, I think. No way. I missed that part completely, Heather. Wow. You know what? She had no right to get like that with you. I mean, it's very simple. Either you have the orange bracelet or you don't, and then you don't have access to that pool. That's all there is to it. You can get angry all you want. Then you should have just paid the extra money.
And you know what? But if you have kids, you can't pay the extra money because they're not allowed in that area. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that's what makes that area so attractive.
I suppose.
That there aren't any kids in it.
Gary having a good laugh here. Do we saying thank you? I know, Gary, it's all part of the gap. Yeah, I know. And therefore, I'm very, very happy that all of you can cover that part. Dewey saying, I did some good shots from that photographer, though, although it did look strange when I was not the ones in the photos. Oh!
Yeah, because he bought some. Dewey was actually nice enough to go ahead and purchase some of the pictures for me and Neil.
Yes.
And we really did appreciate that. We got some beautiful pictures. And very, very happy with those. It was a wonderful day. And I loved being out on the boat. And the boat was big enough for a lot more people than we had. And it was just perfect. It was just a perfect day, just our group.
Yes, it really was. And you know, it was just awesome sitting there on the boat, and they had like a small upper deck where the captain was standing, and I may have spent some time there just enjoying being on the boat, out on the water. Gary actually joined me later on that deck and did the same thing, but it's just really relaxing to just be out on the water like that. Gorgeous colors of the Caribbean waters out there, palm trees at the coast. I mean, it's just a really, really, really nice excursion. Certainly don't regret doing that. It was a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
I think between an hour and a half each way. But
that was okay.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Betsy says that she loves a kid-free zone. Hey, that makes two of us, yes. Betsy. Same here. And that is why we were very, very thrilled with the pool that we had at the resort. And that we were not just stuck with the main pool that had everyone and the brother out with them. So that was good. All right. We're all caught up again almost. Dewey saying that water and sandbars was by far the highlights of the Dominican Republic for us. Yeah. Yeah, other than the group we traveled with. But yes. Lindy Lou also must have seen some pictures coming by or footage. The water looked so beautiful on excursion. Yes.
It really was.
You just can't beat Caribbean watercolors, Lindy Lou. You just can't.
No, it's really gorgeous.
Yeah. So yes, guys, all in all, it was a rather exhausting trip in a way, both physically and mentally. And then we're still thinking of our friends who are still stuck out there.
I'm not going to rush to everybody's
home. Ronnie and Elma are not home yet, and so we hope they will make it through those doors soon. Rafael will be going home on Friday. He told us. No, today is Wednesday, so that's the day after tomorrow.
Why? Oh, okay.
Rafael's going home on Friday.
Okay.
So he will be going through those doors first, and hopefully Ronnie and Alma will follow not long after that. But until that time, we'll keep checking in on you guys and make sure that the service you have been getting is not taking yet another turn for the worse. So if you have any questions about this trip, anything that you were curious to that we didn't point out yet, just let us know. Now would be a good time. Until those come in, I'm going to go over some few announcements that I have to make regarding what's coming next for us as far as our channel is concerned, because we do have some special things coming up. So first of all, Friday at 11 p.m. EST is when we have our night audition once again, but right the Saturday following Friday. So this Saturday already, we will be taking part in the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise-A-Thon.
Yes.
We will be filling in for Ronnie and Alma from Life is Good Today, who, given their situation, are not going to be able to make it. And Helping Hands for Cruising is a charity that is geared towards people that would love to go on a cruise, but simply because of physical limitations or mental limitations or financial limitations are unable to do so. We decided to put in our contribution to that, and we will be doing a special little something during our time slot. That's going to be between 12 and 1 on Saturday. That's EDT. So we'll be taking part in that. And then, of course, there's going to be a whole bunch of vlogs coming out about the Dominican Republic. Once again, mind you, these vlogs are not going to be the most flashy of the vlogs that other than maybe the excursion one. That's going to be a nice one.
They're going to be beautiful. You're going to enjoy them, and you're going to go, look, they're just showing us pictures and not saying anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're still going to be enjoyable.
They're beautiful.
We're not going to give it a lot of praise. Let me put it that way. Other than maybe our excursion.
Yeah, our excursion will get praised.
Yeah.
I think we missed a lot of comments.
We'll go over them. Let me finish this part. And of course, since it is the beginning of a new month, that also means that soon enough, we will be working on another episode of TTT Travel News.
Yes.
So keep an eye out on that. Be sure to have the notification bell on. And that way you will be notified whenever we publish one of those vlogs. All right, back to the comments here, because as Kimberly said, we are getting a whole bunch in here. Gary says one of the benefits of going on a private tour is that there were some 70 people on a catamaran, and we got our private table and were first online for the buffet.
Yep.
Yes. You're referring to the island here, Gary. Yeah. So that's right. Whenever you go to that island, there is a buffet involved, like a lunch buffet. And obviously, if all of a sudden 70 people are going to be standing in line to get some food, you may end up waiting a little while before you finally get a plate of food. Whereas if you were just with a small group, then it is easier to manage.
Maybe like he does.
Yeah, exactly. So then you don't have all that hassle. Lindy Lou says, glad there was a positive. Oh, there were several, right. Lindy Lou. There were several for sure. But it's just that, overall food and service at the resort, that is our biggest complaints here. Gary says, everyone else had to eat in a Chase lounge.
Yeah, they didn't have tables for them.
Yeah. Lindy Lou says, well, I certainly learned I'm never going to the DR. Yeah, well, at least not to that particular resort. No. Raffle says, that was one of the best servers in the region. Well, hey.
Neil was an excellent server.
Someone had to make sure that you guys got some food because the resort certainly wasn't taking care of it. So Dewey says, if they still need help with that Helping Hands show, let me know. I missed any invites being gone. Okay. I believe it is Sean Ornelas from the Down Under Cruisers, Dewey, who is behind this initiative. So if you may want to tell him or offer him the help that you're offering here. And says, is there a list of who's participating in the Saturday Cruise-A-Thon? Yes, there is.
We're just late to it.
Yeah, we're just late to it. I'm trying to think here who has the list. I would imagine that Sean has it. And alternatively, I think Heather Watkins has it from Us and More. She has it too, I think. Let's see. Some comments among and says, did they tip you, Neil? They don't need to. They don't need to. Ronnie almost saying, our friends took care of us for sure. Yeah. Hey, someone had to, right? Someone had to. But what are you gonna do? Just let you starve and rot in your room? That's not an option. Dewey saying, Sean was trying to get a hold of me before I left. I will definitely get in touch with him. Okay, good deal. Yeah, because Dewey, I thought there was one other slot available, but it is like a really late one. I think between 1 and 2 at night at some point. But yeah, the touch base with Sean, and he should be able to tell you more about that. All right. So any more questions, comments about our trip, things you'd like to know, things that you're curious to, now would be a good time to ask them. In the meantime, if you haven't done so yet, guys, please be sure to give us a good old thumbs up. And be sure to turn the notification bell on so you get notified when our vlogs are being published. The first one is already scheduled, by the way. That's going to be on Monday at 4:30 p.m. EDT. That will be the video about the grounds of the resort where we say that. It's again, it's a beautiful resort. That's not the issue. So you may enjoy that vlog. All right. You have anything to add to our stories?
Glad to be home.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. So
and once we get everybody home, then we'll start talking about the next trip.
Yep. Exactly.
But it's not going to be the DR.
No, I would doubt that. No. I would doubt that. We actually have been kind of tossing up the idea of glamping in Asheville.
Yes, and if we're going to go international, it's going to be Cancun.
Okay, you have decided that.
Yes, it's going to be Mexico.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm learning something new during our own live stream today. Interesting.
Yes, I love Mexico.
You're just, pinpointing destinations, no matter what I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Cancun, but
well, if you would rather me send you to the DR, I certainly can. The rest of us will go to Mexico.
Oh my. Nick goes, are there cups of spaghetti available in the Dominican Republic?
Nick brought back a cup of spaghetti. It was awesome.
That is funny.
Not to America.
That is funny.
To the pool.
That is funny. Gary says, okay, Eva wants you to know that she has been getting hit by mosquitoes since she got home. The DR mosquitoes didn't bother her.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I'm still a bit up on my arm. It's not as bad. They're
You
healing.
are a bit up, yes. Eric is asking, what about Singapore?
Okay, that's a little further.
Yeah, that is a little further. Cabo, says Chris. You know what? I've been wanting to try out Cabo, Chris. So I don't rule out that at one point or another we're going to be checking that side of Mexico out.
And I'm here. Anybody needs any information on any trips, or if anybody wants to put a group trip together, whether or not me and Neil are going to join you or not, I can always put it together for you, get you booked onto it. I can take care of you. And I want to go to Jamaica too, Gary.
Yes. Jamaica is another destination in the Caribbean that has
love.
Me and Kimberly's preference for sure.
Love.
Yeah.
We just got to wait and see how things are going with the paperwork for Jamaica. And like I said, I need to know when everybody wants to go, things like that.
Yeah.
And
we'll work it out.
Let me know.
All right. Dennis says, in Cozumel. Nice. Gary says, screw that if you're not going. Nice. Oh, we're going to go again somewhere, Gary. Don't you worry.
Look.
The Duchess says, I second Jamaica or Mexico again.
Yeah.
Elena Lou says, mosquitoes love me. LOL, guess I'm sweet.
Oh my God, I got so bit up, Lindy Lou. It's unbelievable. I had all of my spray on. I had all kinds of stuff, and I just kept getting bit. And then I got out of the ocean, and I had like this really big thing on my leg, and now it's gone. Thank goodness.
Dewey with a very nice compliment there. Kim is definitely the best for planning any group event and seeing it through to the end.
I do that.
Thank you so much, Dewey. That's
Dewey.
A really nice of you to say. No Jamaica for me, says Lindy Lou. All right. Anthony says, Kim, what about Greece?
I would love to go to Greece. I love Greece. I think I love Greece. I haven't been there yet.
We'd be game for that. I've been to Greece twice, but that has been a long time ago, actually. But I'd be game for that. I would love to visit Athens. The history there, I'd be all about that. Gary says, we could try sandals in St. Lucia.
I bet you that's amazing.
Yeah, I bet so too.
I don't know what the rules are for St. Lucia.
Raphael, what is going on here? Super chatting us in Dominican pesos.
Oh my
Thank you. Get well soon. Well, hey, you're most welcome, amigo. Thank you so much for a Dominican super chat here. That's awesome. We're going to play the plane for you in hopes that you'll be soon able to make it out. Get on a plane! And the same goes, of course, for Ronnie and Alma. Hopefully, they will make it out here soon as well. Thank you so much for that, Rafael from Visos Travel, for that awesome super chat. Dewey says, Bucks did not like me at all. Thank God. Yes, I know. Yeah, I got a few bites, but nothing major. Looks like St. Lucia is Gary's favorite island. Well, hey, if it is your favorite island, you got me curious then. You sure got me curious now, Gary. Daniel says, I did get some nasty back bites there in the Dominican Republic. Oh, geez, Rafi says, with this, that's funny. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up in here for today. Thank you so much for joining us all, first of all. And special thank you, of course, to all of our moderators who made sure that everything went once again nice and smooth today. Special thank you to our super chatters today, Gary Krebs and Rafael from Visos Travel. Much appreciate your support, guys. Thank you.
And thank you to my son, Jake, who brought us matzo ball soup that's in the kitchen.
That's important because since we're in quarantine, there's no way we can do grocery ourselves at this time.
So Jake was nice enough to make us chicken matzo ball soup.
And that's right. All right, guys, on your way out, please remember to hit those thumbs up for us if you haven't done so yet. And hopefully we will see you on Friday for our Night Owl edition.
Yes.
And play some good old-fashioned All Roads Lead to Travel again. All right. Until next time. Until next time.
It's time.
This is Neil.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is To Travel and Tour TV. Bye.